morning, Tinkerers. Let's make a fidget spinner, and let's go back to the old style of using a hole. Make sure you do 22.2. That seems to fit the bearings I use pretty good. You could do 22.25, so it goes in a little easier. Make the hole 8 millimeters high. Remember, you just type 8 and press enter, and now you've got the perfect start for your spinner. I like to align mine with one of the grid marks. I've got it set for snapping to 1 millimeter. For this training, I'm going to make a quad spinner. So I did Control D to duplicate, and then I simply moved the next one up so that the center point was on the next open grid. So there's a bit of space between here, a whole centimeter. I'm going to change that in a minute, but look at this. I simply put these all out on these same spots so that way I'm sure I am weighted properly. Like I said, I don't want a whole centimeter between each one. So now I'm going to just click on each, and I'm going to bring it back 3 millimeters in each direction. So there was a real cool way to align it up super accurate, but also super simple. If we look at the top view, you can see that is aligned pretty doggone spiffily. For the spinner body, these are the holes. Let's try something a little bit interesting. Let's slide down and find the featured shape generators, and let's use the super cool meta capsule. When you drag this critter out here, it asks you for some measurements. For the length, let's go super simple and make this a one-piece design. So I'm going to make it just a little larger lengthwise than our entire project. For the width, I'm going to do the same thing. And then we know that the height, because of our bearings, has to be 7 centimeters. I want my bow. This is going to be my rounded edges. I want it to be 2. And I'm going to type that in so that I get the bow I want. Now I'm just going to stretch this out so that it really fits where I want. I'm going to take my holes and I'm going to group them. So I'm holding down Shift and clicking each hole. 5 shapes, quick double check. They are now grouped. And that way I can work just on this little guy. And when I align it, it'll align right to center. So let's take a peek at how that looks aligned. Shift, align, and I want it centered this way and centered this way. I think I'm going to be happy with that. And then here's the fun part. All we got to do is duplicate and rotate, and we're done. Got to get the right rotate. Remember, when you're spinning it, if you go to the outside lines, you go little degrees. If you go to the inside lines, you are just groovy with that. I'm a little worried that these edges are a little thin, so I'm going to click on my white meta capsules, and I'm going to do the awesome Alt Shift so that it goes in every direction around it. I'm going to delete and copy the other one in a second, so I'm going to redo it. And then I am going to double check that the height stayed 7 on my meta capsule. And it says it did, and they look good. So I'm going to do that step one last time. Control D to duplicate, rotate that little critter, snap it. And this time I've got enough support around it so I can group the entire project and call my nifty spinner done and send it off for printing. What better name than Meta Spinner? When you're done, make sure you share your cool creations to Thingiverse, because it's always cool to let the world see what you made. Remember, once you put it on Thingiverse, you need to publish it. Later you can edit it, and if you get it printed, show it off. But you got to have it out there so that you can let the world see it. And You can also then from here share it using your Twitter account or your Facebook account. Both are acceptable. Make sure if you do tweet it, you do at HLModTech so that it shows up in my notifications, and share something cool about what you made. Lots of ways to make this turn out even cooler than I did. But no matter what, when you're done, it is your design. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have fun tinkering. If